Hello, Ghana Africa Bound family. Welcome back to the channel. It's Fatima here. And as you can tell by my title, what they don't tell you, what they don't want you to know is about two foods that I will no longer eat. I plan to no longer consume. And it's because I've just learned some things that is not appeasing to me. I wish I don't mind buying, being a consumer, but I would love for whomever is over the food industry to really let us know what's going on with the foods. So without further ado, let me get started. I'm only going to be talking about two foods today. My list is much longer than that, but I'm going to talk about the two foods today. First, on the list is fish. And what I mean by fish, the fish that is harvested from the oceans on a large scale fishing. I see that now that when they catch these fish, they catch them on a large scale, throw them on the boats. The boats are just tremendously dirty and nasty. Geologically, they are catching species that should not be caught. Therefore, they are messing up the ecosystem. So, in that sense, that's wrong as well. But when they take them to these halls or these servicing plants and just throw them on the floor, leave them in pools and pools of bloody, nasty, dirty water, and they sit there and they sit there and they sit there. First, they dump them onto just a plain dirty floor. These are processing halls. And then they're in dirty, bloody, nasty water. Large amounts of it. And when it's time to cut the fish, it's still, that's been done in an unsanitary way, in an unsanitary area. And it's just disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. So for that reason, I will not be eating at restaurants that serve these fish. I'm not going to call out any restaurants' names, but these restaurants that serve fish, this is where they're more than likely getting the fish from, guys. And the conditions are horrendous. I just would not eat it. Luckily for me, I have a pond, but I was still getting fish, from other restaurants, and not anymore. Absolutely not anymore. It's just not sanitary, and you do not know, even these grocery stores, you don't know where these processing centers the fish came from. You just don't know. And 9 times out of 10, it's all the same. I'm pretty sure that there may be I'm pretty sure that there are some that process fish and do it the right way, but more than not, these fish are coming from places that are not processing them the way that they should be. And they are coming from across the water, and we are taking it in and we're consuming it. And on top of that, the waters itself is just dirty. A lot of chemicals are in it. The fish are ingesting that, and therefore the fish are chemically not well for us either. And so it's no wonder that we have so much autism and neurological issues going on, because all of these different chemicals are being introduced into our bodies via the food source. So you and we need to really start focusing on having our own and growing our own food source. It is a time, it is time. It is time, to the best of our ability, because what we're getting from stores and restaurants, it's not healthy, it's not quality, and it is making us sick. And we are living shorter lives because of it. So fish from grocery stores, fish from other restaurants, I will not be eating fish anymore, guys, unless it's caught from a private pond or something of that nature. But just going out buying it from a grocery store, no more. The next item on my list is margarine. Yes, good old-fashioned margarine. That creamy, yellow, delicious margarine, no more. Why? Because they don't tell us the processes that this goes through to become what they so-called margarine. First of all, margarine starts off with vegetable oils, sunflower oil, or palm oil. Then they take these different oils and they introduce them to intense heat to break them down, to break that oil down. Including a chemical process called hydrogenation. And this achieves that creamy texture, and it is of the margarine. So you know how it's easy to spread, but that's because those oils, vegetable oils, sunflower oil, or palm oil has been introduced to a very intense heating to break it down. Okay? So that in itself is not natural. You've taken it from its natural state. Now, this process creates harmful trans fats. Now, we have, some of us have heard about harmful trans fats, but not enough to really explain, make us, really think twice about things. But these harmful trans fats, which raises bad cholesterol, and it lowers the good cholesterol, and this increases the chance of heart disease, diabetes, and with the high levels of omega-6 fats, you are more inclined to have diabetes and heart disease because of this process. It's just not meant to go into our bodies. Plain and simple. Our bodies cannot take that. Over time, it's going to increase your chances of heart disease and, heart disease and or diabetes or both. It also has, and this is when I just stopped taking notes. This was the game changer for me. There is a preservative that is used called BHT. That's the abbreviation for it. And these preservatives are known to be carcinogenic, causes cancer. But yet, it's in a food, and we consume it. And we consume, and when I say we, I'm talking about everyone. We all consume margarine like it's the next thing to bread. We consume it on a large scale, and we usually don't worry about it. I have never worried about the margarine that I was spreading on toast, cooking my eggs. I have jugs of margarine in my refrigerator now, and I was debating, do you continue to use it till it's done, or do you just toss it? I'm going to toss it. It's just not worth it. I know now. I didn't know before, but I know now the process that it has to go through to become margarine. It's going to kill me. It's killing me. It's not good to be put into your body. And even before it becomes margarine or go through that process, the oils themselves are sprayed. Let me just get this right. The crops themselves are genetically modified crops. So, do you understand what that means? My camera tilted over. Can you all see me now? The crops themselves are genetically modified. Okay, now you're taking something that's already been genetically modified and it's sprayed with glyphosate, a chemical. Now this chemical is not good to begin with. It's carcinogenic as well. So the seeds that are being used to create the oils are genetically modified, not good for the body. Then they are sprayed with a chemical that's not good for the body. You know, it started off wrong. And we know the old saying, if it starts off wrong, it's going to end up wrong. So no more. Those are two things that I will not be putting in my body. That's it. I'm done. There are more, and I will be having little series just telling you about what I would not be putting in my body anymore to the best of my ability. The next series is going to be bread bought from anywhere. And I'll just give you a glimpse at why I would not be buying bread. There is a chemical put in bread, and you are hearing this correctly. There's a chemical that is put in bread that comes from hair, human hair. They go around and collect hair from barbershops and beauty salons or wherever, probably graveyards. I don't doubt it. Funeral homes. And this hair is taken back to the labs and it's broken down. It's put into chemicals, and it's once it's broken down and dissolved, it's turned into a chemical that they put into bread to make the bread soft. Who knew that? So I will dive more into that topic on the next time we have the series, What They Don't Tell You, what they won't tell you, what they don't want you to know. And I tell you, I will not be buying bread from the stores anymore, guys. Not doing it. If you're not making homemade bread, you don't know if this chemical is in there. You know how nasty floors are and dandruff. You know, what about us with dreadlocks, and the dandruff, the mites, the lice, the whatever, and they sweep that all up and then they burn it down and then inject it into bread and tell us it's okay. No, that's not okay. So these are true facts. You can go and look them up yourself. I will dive into that more the next time we have the series, What They Don't Want You to Know. So Ghana, Africa Bound family, I hope that this was interesting to you all. I plan to continue to bring little snippets of things of this information to you guys. I think that we all need to know these things to make very informative, inclusive decisions about what we put into our body. So until next time, shalom, shalom, and may the Most High continue to bless you all. So just thanking him for bringing us together this time again. Goodbye, guys.